What's going on, guys? I finally watched Lanterns episode 1 of season 1, hopefully. Um, and we've been waiting for this show for a long time. I know this has been a long time coming with this with this show. We've been ups and downs with DC ever since, Supergirl came out, and I've enjoyed a majority of the DCU projects. But Supergirl was kind of the one I was like, okay, this could make or break DC. DC's projects need to be good. And look, I've never had the most confidence for Clayface, unlike some people. But I'm going to tell you, even though we're not even at Clayface, I've been telling people that even though I was excited for Superman when it was coming out, even though I thought Creature Commandos was going to be something special, and it turned out to be special, even though I thought Peacemaker Season 2, just like Peacemaker Season 1, was pretty good, I've been saying Lanterns is going to be the Penguin of the DCU. And I'm happy to report with episode 1, oh, it totally is. And one of the best things about it is, while Penguin was a serious drama that really drove in on that Sopranos energy, with Lanterns, episode 1, you're getting a mystery-driven type show. This is not going to be a normal comic book show. It is going to have supernatural stuff. It is the better Secret Invasion. You know what Secret Invasion builds the mystery up and they kill a character, and then you, want to see where the story goes, and it goes nowhere? Lanterns is the opposite. It deals with aliens. It deals with hard crime mystery, and it handles it brilliantly. But for a DC project, which can sometimes feel almost like a Marvel project, it's quite different. And one of the best things about it is the chemistry, because in DC, there is nobody in the current DCU that James Gunn has started that has more chemistry and more sauce than, I would say, Hal Jordan and, of course, Jon Stewart. Now, if you guys don't know the story about Jon Stewart, I actually made a video when the movie Rebel Ridge came out, and I campaigned for Aaron Pierre to be Jon Stewart. This episode proves that everything I said about Jon Stewart being played by Aaron Pierre is correct. This episode is featured between two timelines, focusing on 2016 to 2026. And I think each episode we're going to kind of go beyond, bouncing a little bit of timelines. And there is a spoiler section of this review, which we'll get to in the second half. But those who are worried that this is that, oh, okay, we're going to make our hero look weak and broken, and then he's going to die, don't worry about that, because this story is deeper than, I'm sure you might have heard the leaks, but this story is deeper than what you think it is, and it is so well put together. It's so well constructed, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, the mystery, we know Sinestro will be in this show at some point. We have some theories on, this feels like the early WandaVision days, where you're getting this mystery. And I genuinely, with this being a weekly show, I'm so glad this is not a binge, because every episode I'm just after this first episode, especially after the ending, and we'll talk about the ending in a little bit, I just can't wait to see where this goes. I mean, as a Green Lantern fan, and I did watch the Ryan Reynolds movie, this is one of the perfect ways to start this kind of show. I mean, the way that they're doing this is not an action-heavy episode, but you see how Hal uses the constructs. And everyone that bitched and complained about green, it gets addressed here. And it's cool, because the way the green is used, we don't get much of Hal using the ring, but when he does use it, it's great. We know we have Guy Gardner coming soon as well in other episodes, but this individual episode is one of the single greatest episodes of DC television I have seen in a long time. One of the best pilots I've seen. Blows almost all the CW shows out of the water. I mean, it is probably one of the best TV pilots I've seen for a superhero show in terms of DC. Probably since the pilot for Arrow. Probably since the pilot for Flash. I think those are two of the strongest DC superhero pilots. Maybe even the pilot of Gotham. If those are the three I think are the most consistent. This episode was everything. I mean, and it's only the start. I mean, you have John being so different from Hal. We get his back. We start this episode with his backstory, and we find out about his father being in the military, and just the banter of Hal being John. You're junior, right? You're not getting this ring. I'm going to test you for this. And by the time you get to the end of this, the mystery, well, there's multiple mysteries throughout this episode. John gets into some interesting shenanigans, which creates some great drama between Hal and John, and just building their banter, making the bond. These two have to be my favorite duo in this universe. And Kyle Chandler, all the haters that are like, "Oh, I wish Josh Brolin would have been cast as old Hal Jordan." Kyle Chandler is Hal Jordan in a way that we've not seen before, and he's got that cynical attitude. He's kind of the broken man, but it's not Luke Skywalker fight. It's not anything like that. It's not our hero is dying type attitude. It's Hal Jordan is Hal Jordan. And we're going to see Prime Hal Jordan as well, because this show's going to be spreading through multiple ways, multiple type timelines, and it's brilliant. It wasn't cheesy. The humor was great. There's a wonderful interrogation scene in this episode. So let's get the meat and potatoes out of the room, okay? So the performances, Aaron is fantastic, amazing in the show. We're going to talk about Aaron in a minute, but let's talk about Hal for a minute. So the episode ends as a big mystery. We jump into 2026, our current year in the DCU and our current year in the modern time in real life. And when we get to 2026, guys, the thing that happens that's so brilliant is what happens here is it looks like Hal Jordan is dead, found frozen, but his ring is missing and nobody knows where it is. So that builds the mystery. I listened to the podcast. There are a couple theories going around, and we'll talk about that as time courses on. But the best thing about this whole thing is, now we have a mystery. Can't wait for episode 2, see where it goes. I mean, and in the 2026 timeline, Aaron Pierre is Jon Stewart, comes out looking like yours truly with a goatee, looking fresh with his green eyes. He looks straight Jon Stewart, ripped out of the comics and ripped out of Justice League Unlimited, which is where most of us know him from. But anyway, guys, Lanterns is fantastic. If you guys haven't watched the Lanterns pilot, I give the Lanterns pilot a 9.7 out of 10. It's my favorite thing on TV I've seen in a long time. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe. And remember, in brightest day, in blackest night, let those who worship evil's might, let those who worships evil's might, beware my power, subscribers light, and Green Lanterns light. Thanks, guys. Let me know your thoughts on